Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are in American Truck Simulator once again, and we're doing it NASCAR style. My delay in my voice is because, how do I want to word this? Well, we've got something new, everybody. We have switched out our Mac for this beautiful Peterbilt. This is a pay-wear truck. It's been popping up all over the YouTube. It's been popping up everywhere, and this is what I wanted to use it for. I wanted a classic Peterbilt to actually do our NASCAR style with. This is the Blue Line Peterbilt 379. It's available on YouTube. I will actually leave a link down there, down below. It's by, I think it's Brandon Moffat is his name, and he's been building this. This is a very, very expensive pay-wear truck. It is $70, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty close to worth the money. But from the amount of detail that is in this rig to how it sounds, how you can make it sound, how many things you can customize. We will do a build video eventually on this, building ourselves a separate truck, but taking it into our own hands and making ourselves a very simplified version of our race truck is fantastic for NASCAR style. We've got the extended bed, we've got the onboard generator, we just got IK9 on the side, and it's not even centered because I do want it to go for everything that we eventually do. This kind of, I want this to be like our go-to truck for everything, so keeping it nice and subtle has been fantastic. You got the beautiful grill up top, we've got great marker lights where we want it, we've got a great sounding horn, great sounding engine, and the truck itself is just fantastic. And you've also got the detail pack inside, so we've even got Ella and of course our Pac-Man in there, and a whole bunch of customization to be able to show you guys. But this is just beautiful. We are using 1.4 now, and the US map that goes with that. The US map is a little broken right now. Our coast-to-coast mod that we are using, I'm curious about the lack of sun in the sky as well. That seems to be a little broken. I hadn't seen that before. But yeah, let's focus back on the truck, I guess. The other thing that's broken is our trailer. As you can see, it actually does not sit center on our rig, which is a little strange, but again, not enough for me to worry about. We'll do a pre-trip here in a moment, but I wanted to be able to start this up outside so you guys could hear what it sounds like. So let's get our co-driver, let's get Ella to start it up for us. Oh yeah. She is sounding beautiful, and we've got her lit up like a beautiful Christmas tree as well. Again, there's well over 200 different aspects on it, so there should not be a duplicate of your rig out there. I'm very happy with how this has come out, how she sounds, how she runs, how she drives. I'm getting used to it a little bit, of course, but this just feels classic NASCAR style to me. I'm really sad to see the Mac go. I want to be very, very clear on that. I loved our Mac. I loved everything about that truck, especially the lights. But I love the customization that we can do with this, and a lot of NASCAR teams actually have left behind that sleek model, usually the Freightliner instead of what he was using. A lot of teams this year have switched to Peterbilt. Now, not all of them, and I wouldn't even say necessarily a majority, but Joe Gibbs Racing has switched, and that's really what drove them to it. So, sadly, we did retire our Mac from NASCAR style for American Truck Simulator, but it will be coming, obviously, with our owner-operator series, which I have to recreate the truck because we had to put in a new game file all together. So not super excited about starting from scratch pretty much. We've got our New Hampshire plate up here. We'll do a quick walk around all of here of those airlines charged up. Loving the amount of detail everywhere, the DOT number even, the reflector, the trailers, I'm pretty sure they're exactly the same. The paint's fine, tires are fine. Walking on back, just double checking before we head out. By the way, we're going up to mid-Ohio. That is where we are going to be racing this week because we don't have Circuit of the Americas. So up to Ohio, it will be a nice little jaunt up there. I've already got some miles in the truck because I really just could not wait to drive around. So we've been driving around here and there. Now let's climb board. And I can show you guys some of the customization here. The GPS up there, I'm thinking about one a little bit smaller. I did write to the developer, because he's very laid back and awesome, to figure out why the mirrors seem to not be working. Really, rain? Now? Damn it. Windows do work. This is my lighting for inside. Turns everything nice and purple in here at night. Blue, everything, because I do love blue trimmed everywhere. The gauges are white, but lights up pretty well. But you get to choose each panel. I don't have a mouse on screen because I can't, but each panel you choose the color. Up here, choose the color, the roof, the sides, the door, the top of the door, this back, the bunk. What do you want the bed to look like? Everything. Everything is customizable. The mat, the shifter, the wheel, everything. Every little step in here has been what we want it to be, which is awesome. You guys get to hear what the truck's gonna sound like here in a little bit. Of course, it just starts to rain as we get ourselves in. Oh, hell with it. I was not originally going to... I was going to do a time lapse, but it's only 10 hours. Let's get ourselves out of here. We filled up yesterday to be ready for this trip up to Ohio. Listen to that thing go. Just got a nice roar to it. I think she looks great with the trailer. Very happy with this truck. Now, is $70 worth paying? Okay, that's the big thing that kind of comes up. I bought this because I wanted to make a video on it. I wanted to see did it live up to expectations, did everything, you know, was it worth it? Now, I'm twofold on this. I'm not one usually for payware at all, especially with such a large modding community. But there's been so much work and detail and customization that's been put into this. I can't say no. So I feel like I've gotten my money's worth. Some other people might not. So really, really think about it before you make that purchase. That's really all I can say. Thank you for giving us room. Much appreciated. Really got to get those mirrors working because it's hard to look over and then past Ella as we go. But up onto the highway we go as we get ready to head north. Couldn't even see the red light. Turn up those winch wipers a little bit more. Lights are already on. Everything's looking good. You guys will be able to hear the air brake soon. So yeah, overall, do I think this truck was worth the money? I think it's really good. I love the amount of customization. 70 might be a little high, but again, I don't know how much he's been selling this. You know, I don't know how interested the payware community really is because I don't do that. So there could be a big, huge demand for it, and it's right in the ballpark. The 70 does sound a little high to me, but it's been fun. The truck drives beautifully. I'm still working on the sensitivity of the steering itself. But other than that, you know, I don't think that's a truck issue. I think that's just the new game file issue that I've been dealing with. Hey, you know what? We'll actually stick right here. We're going to be hopping off anyway, so we'll slowly climb through here and get ourselves on the road. But overall, very happy with this. I'm also happy with 1.4, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But back to the truck. You can see it's so well detailed, and the chrome all lights up, and it's all just beautiful. And that sound, I know it's raining, but let's I can see the rain. That's something that's going to be updated. You can see the rain streaking through the open window. Let's get down here, and that rain sounds really good. Really loud though. Let's get on this exit. What I'll do is I'll put the hammer down. You guys can hear what this sounds like. It's got tons and tons and tons of options. 4-engine and transmission. Alright, nobody there anyway, so we're on here, and let's give it some juice. Let's go. Oh yeah. All the gauges nicely work. They're all set up. They're beautiful. I'm very happy with all of that. As we climb through, I do love that we also were able to pick kind of form for it. Still working on finding the best form. I'm happy with it. We've got some duels up there, but still looking at it. How that goes. Let's get ourselves up to about 75. And then the dampening from the window. dope. Done so good. So yeah, that's where we stand. Oh yeah, and all these switches down here work, by the way. So you can see we set cruise control. It's just flipped right up. Tell you what, we'll do this really quick. We're gonna do some jig brake. I know people like to hear that. We'll do an exterior one here. Looking good. So, overall, just a good sounding machine. She drives well. I do love the customization. I don't think we're going to hit any pockets of darkness so you guys can see the interior, but we've got so much driving to do to get ready to be at Mid-Ohio and, and everything that's involved there. It's a little wonky on how I'm filming. So usually I actually film this the day before. I like the truck to arrive the day before the race. You know, it's that realism, and you know, I'm nerdy like that, I guess you could say. But I am very busy / not here for a little bit. So we don't have Darlington this week, which would have been last night, because we don't have Darlington available to us. So I decided that we're going to do Mid-Ohio. I forgot that we actually had a break off. So we're actually going to have a 2-week break in between our win at Kansas and we're racing at Mid-Ohio, which means the truck is actually going to be there about a week and a half early. Why? Because I'm filming this on Thursday. Well, it's Thursday. Next Wednesday, I head to Dover for the Cup race, and I just, you know, we don't have the race that week, thankfully, anyways. But I don't think I'll have time to get back on the following Monday, make this video of us driving up there, and still be able to have time for practice and everything. So we're just gonna go up and store this anyways. Not even paying attention to traffic here. You guys are going a little slow. I know it's a little wet out, but come on, water never hurt anybody. Oh, you can also see down there on the left, on the inside of the wheel, you can actually see the windshield wiper flipping back and forth. See our turn signal handle going back and forth. It's detailed, and I'm a stickler for detail, so I do love this truck. I miss the Mac already, though, for its own reasons. But hey, we'll be doing that in owner and operator, so at least I'll be able to feel that. And we won't have doubles. My plan is to only use this truck here. Let's get on over to the left lane. I really need that mirror working. It's interesting because it technically works on the outside, but it does not work from the inside. So, still trying to figure that out. Again, not the end of the world. Having a grand old time with it. Now, let's talk about 1.4. Holy crap, this game is beautiful. It's interesting because you don't always... Are you going to make me go? Awesome, you can bypass it. So we don't always look around when we're driving. I'm usually talking to you guys, or if I'm driving, I'm paying attention to the road, as I should. And I won't always look around, but I just feel like the trees, the grass, everything's got more detail. I can tell the lighting's different because I don't have a mod installed. Sorry, should have given you room. You weren't exactly going 15 coming out of there, I hate to tell you. That guy's going real slow. I hope he's okay. He should at least have his flashers on. But 1.4 looks beautiful. The lighting, the chrome, the effects, everything is amazing. Very happy about that. And I haven't even driven on any of the maps that were designed to do this. I'm just working on the extensions, but these look amazing. Now, of course, when we get up to Ohio, there has been a lot of detail put into the coast-to-coast map up there. So it's going to get a little boring. Like over there, we've got a floating mountain. It happens. Pop back here. So, you know, it's not 100% perfect for this map, but 1.4 is doing good. And American Truck Sim is just heading in so many right directions. I love it. I love everything about it. think I'm going to grab a screenshot once we straighten out here, and then we will continue on our way up to Ohio. Woo! Wow. So I've got to say, the time where I can really tell that the graphics have been updated is when I go to take those screenshots. They are naturally beautiful. Oh, love it. I love a good-looking game, and I love a good-looking game. What's the word I'm looking for here? The words I'm actually looking for is I love that SCS keeps on putting into this. Instead of making American Truck Simulator 2, keep expanding this. We will keep spending the money. When Wyoming comes out, Texas, I will spend the money. I want the whole United States, and I will keep spending the money to get it. Like, I have no problem paying for what I want. Beautiful mountains, cell tower up on top, or communication tower. At least I can assume it's partial to the cell tower. As we weave ourselves through here, we're going to be heading north on the 77. Instead of taking the 95, well, we're actually pretty much heading straight up, you know, in the most roundabout way we possibly could. Just keep the engine brake going a little bit. Over. Hello, officer. Nice to see you. You can see that we've already taken this. I was actually going to do some testing, but again, I keep things with realism, which sometimes can be a curse. Testing actually got rained out. I was planning to do it. So, weren't on that one. Some beautiful winding hills coming up. Ooh, I actually want to slow that down a little bit. Yeah, I don't trust the trailer not to tip, so I've got two very expensive trucks sitting up there. So yeah, there's the 1.4 update, and of course talking a little bit about the truck again. I love this thing. That's all that I can really say about it. I love the customization about it. I love that you get to make it yours. I love that we get to make it mine. And I'm going to continue to look at everything because I love the blue, but you know, we've got blue and the purple light, so it fits for my eyes. I don't know how well it's going to look for everybody else. Pay attention. But overall, really, really happy with this. And let's talk a little bit about these West Virginia mountains. I've been there. Beautiful, beautiful mountains out there. But let's talk a little bit about life. It's actually interesting because if you happen to watch our Week in the Life of videos, it's really weird for me just to kind of recap what's already been there. But we did go to the opener at Monadnock last weekend. We're actually going to Monadnock this weekend. It's Fan Appreciation Night. It's $5 to go, which is kind of a bummer because Cheshire Fairgrounds and a couple towns over is actually going to have monster trucks, and I would love to have gone to that. I love that kind of crap too. But again, $5 in Monadnock, $30 to go see monster trucks, and especially when I'm going to Dover next week, I need to save some money. Truckers keep right, can and will do. But yeah, so I'm still in 60. We can go up. I don't think if it gets windy again, we'll turn it down. But for now, let's try to get up there. But yeah, so Wednesday. Hold on, are you gonna make me go in? Or are you just a toll sign? Oh, you're just a toll sign. So Wednesday, I actually get my shot, my second COVID shot, which is the one that gives everybody side effects, and we're driving down to Dover the same day. I'm not excited about it. I'm very worried that I'm actually going to be sick the whole entire time. I have a friend who lives in Montana who got the second shot, and they were sick for 4 days. Yeah, so I'm very worried about them. We got a toll coming up. Slower than that, slower than that. Alright, let's come up here and pay the toll. I want to know for how much we're carrying, what this is going to be like. $25. Holy crap, put it on the charge card. Oh, look at this truck though, look at her shine. I'm telling you, I am so impressed with how this looks. I love the pipes specifically. This is the look for me. I guess I went with a little bit longer of a chassis. What I really wanted this to be able to be like is that when we decide not to do the truck series, you know, I have no idea if I'm going to do it next year. I don't know what IK9's going to do or One Stop. You know, we could lose our sponsor, and I could lose time. If I lose time, I won't have time to be able to do it, but I'm still going to want to do certain events. Like, if ARCA comes out, I would love to do ARCA. Late model, modified. But if it was to be modified, it would be a much smaller team, which means we might not be able to have such a decorated hauler, which hurts my heart a little bit because I love our hauler so much. I shouldn't, like, get emotionally invested in our hauler, but... Okay, it splits up here. It's like, I know you split. Alright, head over here. Heading to Charleston. But I want to be able to have a truck that was subtle enough that we can always use. Like, this is the one that we bought since we are a one-truck team. And one that would be dependable. Peterbilt's known for lasting for a while, as long as you actually take care of it. So I want something subtle enough to kind of go with anything and everything. Let's get ourselves up to speed here. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on next week. We're going to Dover. You guys get to come. I'm very excited about it. I am a little sad, and I'll explain why. So the only reason that we can actually go to Dover this year is because of the pandemic. This is the weekend, always on record, that where I work, it's graduation. I am a full faculty member, which means I'm required to be there for graduation. And of course I want to be there for graduation anyway. I want to be able to see my students leave. Okay, graduation is a very special spot in my heart, especially to watch my students take that next step in their life. So, next year, so I don't even know if I said this. The reason I'm sad is because this could be the last time I go to Dover if they don't change the date. If they keep it this weekend every single year, I'm not going to be able to go. Okay? Next year, even though I'm supposed to be there for graduation, I might not be able to be. Because planned before I had this job was us going to Hawaii on Disney Cruise Line. And that leaves this week. Like, it would have left, it would leave actually next week, a year from now. So, I've already got to work it out with management on that. But I'm waiting until I get my next contract to be able to do that. We work on 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 3 year, 3 year, 5 year contracts, and then 10. So there's that. So I've got to already talk to them about that, and I haven't yet. But Dover would be the same time. So, boom, gone. Graduation, and I'm still at this same place, which I think I would like to be. Gone. So, you know, there's a part of me that's kind of sad that there's a potential that this is our last time being able to go down to Dover. We could not go last year because of the pandemic. I did not go the year before because I was busy working. We had gone the year before that, and then the year before that, Danielle and I had gotten married. So it's been a bit. It's been a bit since everything's been able to calm down. So here's hoping, but I'm going to make the best of it. I'm glad I get to bring you guys. I'm sad that it's not like a full weekend. We don't have practice and qualifying, which really sucks. I do like watching practice, and I do like watching qualifying. It gives us stuff to do instead of just sitting in the hotel room. But we've got that coming up. After Dover, we have pretty much finishing out until June. June, we will go down to Stafford for Friday, and then the SRX Racing Experience will be on a Sunday. And then right after that, Danielle and I go up to Maine to enjoy some time together, and then I am officially done for the school year working. Then pretty much the next things we have would be Loudon. don't have anything major planned for the summer yet. And then we've got 2 KISS concerts, and then I go back and teach. Boom, there's my year, everybody. So, not going to be super exciting. Probably not a lot to see during our weekly vlogs if I do them weekly during the summer. I am enjoying doing those because I like to be able to look back. Like, oh yeah, do you remember when that happened? Do you remember when that happened? Like, I peeked at one the other day. It had snowed. Today it's supposed to be 70. I know our weather's anyways, but it's one of those things. Well, slow on down. Since the last video they recorded, Ezzy is doing a little bit better with her stomach. She was actually doing really good, and then we put her back on her regular food because the vet said we could. Then she got sick again, so we're doing a big balancing act with that, and I wish we didn't have to, but I want her safe. Let's take a look, couple other outside views here. I did have a much more powerful engine in this, but because we do take this trailer, you know, technically for the game standards empty, we're not pulling a lot. So I wanted something that was going to help with the, with the realism there. Kind of wish this Ford truck was going a little bit faster, but I'm assuming that we'll lose the speed here. Good, we're entering Ohio, except we've got to go to the tippy top. Anyway. Ooh, big bump. Little jut in the map there. Yeah, I see it. I see something happening up here. Are they floating? Yep, they're floating. Hold on. Oh. All right. Look at this. That's actually really funny. Like a skid marks on your face. I'm glad everybody's okay besides being possessed. Yeah, this truck overall is just looking so good. It kind of sucks because I like the Mac. Did it always look the best? I thought it looked very modern and sleek. I thought it was boring. I like square objects. I love like the 90s Passat and the Jetta. I love that kind of crap. I like the boxy built cars and trucks. So, that's probably why I'm partial to this Peterbilt. So the Mac on the outside was a little lackluster to me, but I love the interior. I love those blue gauges. The blue gauges did it for me because when I'm sitting here, I want something nice to look at. Red, orange, I didn't like any of those. This one, they're white, but I got the blue dash that makes me smile anytime that I peek down at it. So that's my reasoning there. Do I need to defend it? No. I mean, maybe I do. I don't think anybody would fight me on it, but who knows? Internet loves to be able to fight anybody on anything. What other updates do we got going on? Oh, big one. Big one. We were planning to do an extension on our house, as some of you know. Well, we've decided to hold off for a year. There's a couple reasons for us doing this. One, lumber is beyond it's beyond expensive right now because of the pandemic and everybody's building, and everybody took some time off because they had to, so it's catching up. Plus, you know, you don't want excess lumber sitting somewhere, so you sit with a very thin supply and demand. You don't want to overcut because nobody's going to buy it. You don't want to overmake because nobody's going to buy it. So there's a very fine line, and then there's this massive flux of people buying lumber to make extensions and build new houses during the pandemic, and nobody was ready for it. So lumber is very expensive. Everybody's still building right now, so what it's doing is it is putting people way behind. Like, they wouldn't even be able to start until like June. So yeah, so we put it on the back burner. There is possibility, okay, as we've seen it before, and I think I might have said it in a video long, long ago, Danielle and I live right next to the ranch. The ranch owner lives in a log home on the property. She also owns a piece of the property that's more connected to the ranch, right next to the barn. There is a yellow house. It was originally a mobile home, and they built onto it to make it a larger home. Well, we are hoping and we are working together that next year Danielle and I will purchase that yellow home. Now, that eliminates us having to build an extension, and it allows us to more or less buy the ranch. So that's what we're hoping for. And I like that a little bit better. I love our little house. We put in so much work into this house. It actually kind of hurts my heart a little bit thinking about it, like, oh, well, we're not going to live here after putting in all this effort, especially our kitchen. I love our kitchen. But we need more space. We've got 4 dogs, 2 people, 1 bathroom. You know, everything is so very, very small. And, you know, eventually we would like a child. So that might be the best idea. Now, we would actually still keep this house. My parents would actually eventually buy it from us, / take over the mortgage. So it would still be in our name. And they would sell their house. So my parents would be right next door, which would be awesome because we are a very close family. But we do love our distance. You know, that's why I can't live at home anymore. Because everybody, as much as you love somebody, even if it's your partner, you need space from time to time. So that would be really nice. And then I'd have the ranch, which comes with a massive amount of land. So I'd always know that I have place for my horses in exchange of taking care of hers, which is perfectly fine because that's what I do now anyways. Since the girls ended up in the herd a couple weeks ago, I have been up with her every morning feeding because it does take about 2 people to be able to do it, while the horses still figure out where they need to go to their new stalls. And I feed in the afternoon. So it's something that I'm already doing, and it's a big life adjustment. Ah, damn it. That is all on me. All on me. I think we clipped that. Technically, actually, I think the exterior object of this trailer, because the trailer needs to be updated, clipped them, because that's why it doesn't sit right on the back axles. So, for realism-wise, we can act like it didn't happen, but I did swish a little bit back there. So I was trying to watch that mirror, which again is a little bit of a pain in the ass. That's why I install these front mirrors, by the way. It's so I can see. I actually can't sit any further back in the truck. I've tried. I was hoping to look at the seat, but then I realized I can't do that. It sounds so good. And back to boring. Looked all good up until this point, but you know what? We're so used to doing this when we used to have our shop up in New Hampshire, so it doesn't faze me at all. So that's kind of our game plan out here. Why do I say this all out? Well, I like to share with it. I don't have a lot of outside friends. It's not because I can't. I want to be very clear on that. When I was in high school, I had a handful of friends. I became the leader of our friends, more or less. People my age can be a pain in the ass. I don't drink. I definitely don't dance. And I'm married and happy. So, like a lot of people that I used to know in school who've moved away, I just don't have interest in making friends my age. I just don't have the time for it. Between making videos for you guys, working, ranch stuff, my dogs, Danielle, my horses, you know, everything. I just don't have a lot of time, which I think is going to bite me in the ass as I get older. But it's just one of those things of like, where's it going with this? I'm like completely lost now. I went off on my own like separate tangent. What the hell? Friends. We were talking about friends. Why were we talking about friends? Maybe it was a matter of time. Honestly, it's gone. Oh my god. Excuse me. My God, that thought is completely gone. Man, I wish I had a delayed playback to figure out what the hell I was talking about. Oh, why do I tell you guys this? Woo! Got there. As we're getting ready to pull into our destination. The reason I tell you guys is because I don't have anybody else really to share it to. You know, I don't really care to. I'm gonna stop at this red light. So, I say here. 20 people might see it. You mute me when I talk, just watch the video. That's okay too. I just chit chat. My main thing is here. I like to be able to put these in around for you guys. That's what I like to do. Man, I love this game so much. Oh, it's beautiful. And I really think the truck fits it. Definitely, let me know down in the comments below if you actually like the map better. I'd love to be able to do it feedback. I can't say anything. I don't think I'm changing. But, you know, anything's possible. Alright, so I think we're heading to a Staples, which is the print area, which is a little tricky to get into. And I'm actually going to park it a little bit differently because we are here early, and I want to make sure I'm not taking up a lot of room, you know, since we'll be here a week and a half, and we would just come back in and park it properly the week of the race. Ella's in the way a little bit, but I can actually just look right out that window right there. Whoop. It's the second time I've done that, too. Right on the edge. Awesome. Alright, I want to actually back it in here, so what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves all turned around and facing the right way. I do eventually plan to get a track IR, or if VR gets a little bit better. I've done it once and it actually kind of made me queasy, so I've got to wait for that to get a little bit smoother. But I do want to eventually do that because, you know, looking around with a mouse when I'm trying to drive is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Because right now, Ella's there and I can't see a thing. Tell you what, let's put on the parking brake. Step out of the truck, you know, as we do. What's up? Don't mind me. Just checking out my corner here, good thing nobody else is coming in. Alright, so we're just gonna kick it. Well, I'll probably pull up and back in, but right now I'm happy with this. Man, this looks beautiful. You know me, if I find a truck that I like or how I like it sitting up, I won't stop talking about it, so I do apologize for that. You're so close to actually holding on to the rail. I want to let you know. Anyway, climb back in. Put it in reverse. Man, I wish I had that mirror. Alright, doing this blind. Wanna know what that doesn't help? Anybody. No, I don't think I'm gonna be cut enough, am I? Well, maybe I will be. Honestly, can't see that much there. Let's pull up like this. Right about there. Turn it all the way this way. That's looking good. You know what? Besides not being over far enough, I'm actually quite happy with this right now. Stick our head out. Do want it really out of the way. I know my brake lines aren't charged enough because I've been using them a lot. Oh, yeah. All right, that's all. I'll just leave the keys in it. If they gotta move it, they'll move it. All right, there we go. E-brake in. Shut her down. All right, well, that was a good drive, everybody. I hope you guys liked it. I was planning on doing a time lapse, but this is nice just to be able to chit chat and just be able to ogle this beauty. The game has just become beautiful. The mods have made this game so much better. This community has made this game so much better. And I really hope you guys have enjoyed all of the content that we've gotten from here. We've made so many of these videos. This was the very first episode on this channel was American Truck Simulator Nascar style. I think we were driving for the Camping World Truck Series at that point when we were doing time trials, right? And look where we are now. Isn't it amazing? Oh, I find it just superb, and I love everything about it. I really gotta thank iK9 for just making everything happen, and you know, One Stop for being on board too, and this community and you. That's kind of the biggest thing. Thank you, guys. You know, I'm going to get sappy now, so I do apologize. But it's because of you guys why I still do this. You know, I would have kept on doing this, but it really does help when you have 548 subscribers. When you know people are actually interested in the content that you're making, that really does help. And what really is awesome to think about, you guys have led us to over 136,000 views. We're almost at 138,000. I remember we were at 50,000. I lost my mind. I was like, what? But here's the thing, eventually, when we got 100 subscribers, I lost my mind. And then we grew pretty quick, and then it's dwindled down a little bit, which is perfectly fine. But I want to be able to get back into content that can help the channel grow. But I'm definitely not letting go of this. I'm not letting go of making racing videos. There just needs to be more days in the week. But you guys got a lot of content coming to you, but I really do thank you guys for coming out to this one and your continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.